Hi there, everyone. I'm Sports Director Adam Lucas, live at Simplicio Field, joined alongside by Jesse Merrick, and we're here for day 3 of the JUCO World Series. Currently going on behind us, we got the late game of the day. We got Walter State taking on McLennan. Walter State from Tennessee, McLennan from Texas, and right now the Tennessee team has the lead. They're up 8-3 here in the 7th inning. It was a come-from-behind effort. They played at 4 in the 5th inning, so they're certainly in control now. And we knew Walters could swing the bats coming into this tournament.
Definitely.
They proved it today or tonight so far.
Yeah, these guys have some big-time power in their lineup. I believe it's 3 through 6, just mashers at the plate.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Anytime they come up, you know that ball's going to go over the fence.
Well, McLennan, actually, Walter State hit a solo shot in the top of the 2nd, but then McLennan answered back with back-to-back solo home runs. That put them up 2-1, but then Walter State would fight back with some swings of their own. They plated some more runs, and again, so now we're sitting at 8-3 here in the, actually, we're in the 8th inning now, so we've progressed a little bit there, but we've had another great day of baseball, and I believe you have a story about some guys from a long ways away.
We do, yeah, very far away. And, you know, for a team to get to the Junior College World Series, there really needs to be, you know, a lot of, you know, cohesiveness within that team to get here. And it's so much about the teammates' bond as well. And there's 2 guys on Dodge City that have a bond that has kind of, you know, withstood the test of time and also distance as well. So take a look at this story here from Dodge City.
We grew up together. I mean, he's been my brother since I can remember.
Andrew Rydell and Tim Wakefield grew up together in Australia, but now play with each other for Dodge City. Andrew's a pitcher, and Tim is his catcher.
You know, it's kind of a surreal thing being halfway around the world and, you know, looking down to the plate and you see Tim back there. It's kind of a special thing because it's been happening for a few years now. So I've been throwing to him for as long as I can remember, and I wouldn't rather throw anybody else in the world.
When the 2 are out there together, their friendship helps keep things loose during tense times.
When he pitches, we just try to stay relaxed, and we laugh a lot. We'll walk out there and talk a bit of banter with him, so make him laugh, lighten up a bit, but he's always in that serious mood.
Andrew, being a sophomore, graduates from Dodge City this year and has offers from some Division I schools. Tim is a freshman. The 2 will have to part, at least for now.
But every school I end up at, you know, everybody needs catchers, so there's always a plan. There's always a plan to get him there as well.
Jesse Merrick, News Channel 5 Sports.
The Dodge City Conquistadors have some big bats. Josh Williams proved that yesterday with 2 bombs, taking on San Jacinto. 2 teams with their backs against the wall. San Jac trailing 4-1 early, but in the top of the 4th, Kyle Barfield one-hops this one to the wall in center field. That's going to score the 2 runners on base easily. And then Kyle goes for the and 1, takes matters into his own hands and heads on home. That's a good old-fashioned 3-run inside the park home run tie ball game, and these Gators are hungry. Coach Arrington, feed these guys something. But then the Conquistadors get a little flashy on defense. John Meyer gets a hold of one to right field. Don't you worry about a thing. Jordan Doan swoops in for the out. In the 5th, Josh Palacios goes for the surprise bunt. Leno Ramirez ruins the surprise, lays out for the nice snag. So we go to the 7th, and Jordan Fields out of Pueblo South High School says, I don't always hit home runs, but when I do, they leave the park. Solo bomb brings Dodge City back within 1. But the Gators tack on another run in the 8th, and Barfield adds 1 more in the 9th to put him at 4 RBIs on the day. And the Gators hold off Dodge City's rally to take it 9-7. So San Jac buys another game while Dodge City is headed home from Oz and back to Kansas.
When your back's against the wall, you're gonna pursue it a little bit harder, and you can't ever let down your guard. And I think that was a testament to their abilities to jump back with 4 runs in the 3rd there just to tie it up and then purge on from that point.
With the exception of how we played the first night, I thought offensively, you saw who we were today. And, you know, every time that we came up to the plate, we're a threat to score runs and get after people. And that's how we've been all year. And that's how we played here in these last 2 games. And, you know, sometimes in baseball, you just don't get that final hit you need.
Nobody expected us to be here. We were picked to take 7th in our league. We took 2nd place, just missed it by 1 game, and they didn't think we were going to win the regional. And we took down the #1 team in the country. And just, you know, I'm truly blessed to be here. And it's an amazing experience, and especially being from Colorado, I wouldn't want it any other way.
All right, so the San Jac Gators live to see another day while Dodge City is sent home packing. But pretty cool to see Tim and Andrew's story there. How long they played together, and that the distance in miles didn't separate them.
Yeah, coming all the way from Australia to come out here and play together. I mean, I doubt there's anybody else that has a story even similar to that out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now we go ahead and move into the second game of the day with the Iowa Western Reavers, a team that has made a name for themselves here in the past few years, winning 3 of the last 5 tournaments here in Grand Junction. Plus, they run-ruled USC Sumter in the first game. So, really, I think coming into it, they were kind of considered the favorite.
Yeah, they definitely are #1 team in the nation as well. And they were taking on Northwest Florida State, a team who, even in their own hometown, have kind of been kind of a pushover.
Yeah.
Haven't get much attention from anybody, but the likes of Dade County and things like that have been getting more attention than them. And, they felt kind of disrespected and wanted to make a bit of a statement today.
Well, one thing that they said is they don't care what people think about them. They let their play speak for itself.
Yeah.
And that clearly showed in the game today. We have those highlights, and we'll show them to you now.
Last year's tournament MVP Alex Krupa and the defending champs took on the Northwest Florida State Raiders in their second game of the tourney. But it was the Raiders who looked like the defending champs early on, getting on the board first with the RBI single from Brandon Nagum. And they weren't done there. They'd rack up 5 runs on 4 hits for the nickel lead over the Reavers. And these Raiders are a high-energy team, not someone you want to spot an early lead to. And then on defense, the Raiders were on point, led by starting pitcher Brian Browning. They shut down the offensive attack of the Reavers, holding them scoreless through 6 innings. That's when the Raiders really caught fire, adding a handful of runs in the 6th. This one off the sac fly to the warning track from Tanner Halstead, making it 8-0. And the next batter, Sean Feltner, drops one into shallow center, plating a pair of Raiders for the 10-0 run rule victory over the top-ranked Reavers.
I call it the O factor. Oh, God, oh, no. And then, the other ones. And boy, we were sitting in it today. So, and not to take anything away from them. We got in it, and they took advantage of it. And that's what they did. But you're trying to win a tournament, and you don't want this to happen. But welcome to life.
Our guys' credit, I've watched all the games that they've played this year, and that's about as complete a game with the pitching and the defense and the offense there, especially in those 2 innings, as maybe we have had in a while.
All right, so how about that? The defending champs already have their backs against the wall. Now, that was their first loss, so they still live to see another day. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's schedule. We start out with a game that could be a slugfest between Yavapai out of Arizona and the Iowa Western Reavers, 2 teams that we know can swing the bat. And you got to imagine that after being shut out today, the Reavers are going to come out swinging tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah. I'd like to see what they do after a loss like that. And then also coming up at 3 o'clock, we've got San Jacinto versus the loser of this one. It's looking like it's going to be McLennan. They're down 8-3 heading into the 9th inning.
And then, of course, the nightcap game, we've got the Chattahoochee Valley Pirates out of Alabama taking on Northwest Florida State. So we got a team with a lot of heart in Alabama, and head coach Adam Thomas taking on a team that I'm sure is riding a confidence high right now after that 10-0 win over Iowa Western in Northwest Florida. That game is scheduled to start at 7:30. So we've got another full slate tomorrow, and of course, News Channel 5 will be live here from Simplicio Field to give you a recap on all of your JUCO Day 4 coverage. And by the way, if you guys are coming to the game tomorrow and you haven't done so, make sure you pick up one of these programs. You can get them right inside the front gate. They're only $5, and it's got a lot of good information in rosters from all the teams, plus schedules, brackets, all that kind of good stuff.
Playing cards as well.
Yes, you got it. Now we're being told we're out of time, so we're going to wrap things up from here. But like I said, make sure you tune in tomorrow, and we'll be right back here. For Jesse Merrick, I'm Adam Lucas. Toss it to commercial, and then we'll be right back.